All right, guys, welcome to FlossTube number 10. My name is Rosanna, and welcome to Nest of Petals. Today is December 29th, I think. A couple of days away from the new year. I hope everyone had a beautiful holiday season. Ours was pretty well. We stayed home, had some company, and we played this game called, I think it's called What Does It Meme? It was hilarious. We were cracking up, laughing. You know, you have that good laugh where you're crying. It's so good for the soul. So I hope everyone again had a beautiful holiday season, and let's kick it off. So it's been a month since I last did my video, and life, I think also the holiday season, everything just kind of combined made it a little bit more difficult to actually do another video. Also, last time I had some phone issues where YouTube, I couldn't upload on my phone, my computer. So hopefully I can get that corrected this time. So crossing fingers. But I have tons to share with you guys. I have some new starts. I have a few whips, even though it's been a month. I have devoted my time to some things within the house, which I won't be sharing, but like little projects I've been doing with the hubby's help. But also I've been doing like my Hexagon quilt that I'll share with you guys. I'm going to start a new project with embroidery. So I have a good amount, but you'll see kind of where I'm at. And I'm going to do a giveaway at the very end. It's going to be for my new pattern that I shared with you guys on FlossTube number 9 for Mary Wilson. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to do 2 winners that I'll be sharing on my next FlossTube video with you guys. And yeah, so let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and kick us off with my finish. And this was actually a new start and a finish. It took me not even a week to get it completed. I did share it over on my Instagram account, which is at Nest of Petals. I'll tag all that information like I typically do for you guys in the description box. So the new start that I had was Kringle and Woolard, which is adorable. I love him. I thought it was a perfect Christmas one. This was actually the only Christmas that I started and finished. So this one was stitched on a 36 count Stars hollow blend, and they did 1/2. And it was, the fabric's by the R&R. So I actually decided to go complete opposite, and I did mine on a 28 count. I'm not even sure who makes it or what color it is. It looks like it might be like a cocoa color. It's in the dark family. And I'm taking this tag off of a frame that I have because I'm going to share it with you guys. So I haven't laced it yet, so that's on my to-do list, but I do have it in the frame so you can at least see what the completion looks like. And if you guys think I should change the frame color, let me know in comments. And I did do DMC. I try to use the majority of the DMC, but yeah. So Kringles and Woolard, and this is my finish. And again, it's not fully finished. Again, I need to still lace, but you can at least see the completion of it. And even though it's on a 26, I don't think it's huge. I mean, it's a pretty small size still. So if you actually did it on the 36 count, it would be slightly smaller than this. So there we go. And I did 1/2. So even though it's 28 count, I still think it's plenty of coverage. So I'm really happy with it. So Kringle and Woolard. And this one's from Plum Street Samplers. So that was the only actual finish I had for December. I had tried to get the next one I'm going to share. I tried to get this one completed. It didn't happen because I did want to start some Christmas stuff. So the other one that I worked on, and this is all that I'm going to share next, are works in progress, which are whips. And it's Every Opening Flower by Brenda Gervais. And this is the pattern. And I am stitching this on 40 count B Stitch Me, Not Another Sampler. So here's a full view of it. And what I've worked on since the last time I saw you guys is I did all of the alphabet over here and the bird. I did this little alphabet, and then I'm filling in the house, which I'm almost done. But I haven't picked this one up in probably 2 weeks or so, because I wanted to, again, focus on some Christmas stuff to try and get some of that done. The floss that I'm using is DMC floss. I'm not using the call for, I'm actually not using the call for linen or the call for thread. So, Every Opening Flower. Another one that I was trying to finish by end of year, which isn't gonna happen, is Jane Bowen 1837. And this one I'm stitching on 36 count Country Mocha. I am not stitching on the mottled side, and I'm not using the call for fabric, but I am using the call for threads, which are DMC. So since I last saw you guys on this one, I'm pretty much done with the house. I just need to do the bottom trunk at the bottom, and I started on the faces of Adam and Eve. So this one's definitely, I know next year I'll be able to get this one done. I might put this one in my 2 strands a day. I need to get back into the groove. I have not been in the groove. Again, this month, it was a weird month with doing lots of things and then work. So we will get there again. I will get there again. And let's see. All right, next one is Betty Glover. I'll insert a photo for you guys. I'm doing this one on 40 count parchment by Weeks Dye Work, and I'm using DMC floss. And on this one, I was able to start the greenery down here. I finished more of the wording. I added a couple more of the border, and I started right here. I believe this is the bottom of a vase or an urn. And this again will be on my girl wall that I am starting to work. And I hope, my goal next year is to have at least 2 of the girls finish. That's my goal. So Betty Glover. All right, next up is GGR, and this is the color red, which I also call the donkey sampler because it has this amazing donkey right there. So this is the pattern, and I'm not using the call for linen. The linen that I am using is 40 count Newcastle white. And since I last saw you guys on this one, I did more of the alphabet. So all of this alphabet is what I was able to complete. So this one is coming along. I'm loving that there's alphabet. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like when there's alphabet, I can zoom through it faster. I don't think it's not as time consuming. So this one has a good amount of alphabet. So you can see I've done all of this up to the Y. I still need to do these 4 letters over here, but I can either do those motifs and move down, or I can move this way and do the uppercase alphabet. So this one I work on every Thursday. For for the month of December, I think I only did it the first Thursday, and then from there again, I was like off balance, I guess I could say. So I'm gonna start getting back into the groove of this starting 2024 for that Thursday, so next week. So the color red. All right, this one, let me actually save these two towards the end. I think the rest are all, yep. All right, so the other ones I'm gonna share, those were all my whips. So not a lot, but I do have some new starts I'm gonna share with you guys. And the first one is by Stacy Nash, and this is part of her Animal Crackers series. And this one's Christmas sausage, and it's Frankie, who is so adorable. And I was trying to get this one done, but I just didn't have time. I'm stuck on the filling in, which will be good for like watching a series or like a movie or something. So I'm not using the called for colors. I converted it over to DMC. And I'm not using the called for linen either. I'm doing 36 count country mocha on the non-modeled side. If you see Frankie, he's light on the body and dark on the feet, and I accidentally flipped it. And I was like, you know what? I don't think it looks terrible, so I'm leaving it as is. So you'll see that on him. So I've made a good amount of progress on little Frankie. I think he's so cute. And again, that's lots of filling. So this will be, you know, when I'm watching a show or I don't feel like looking at the actual pattern of something, I can just fill. So again, this one is the Christmas Animal Crackers by Stacy Nash, and this one's Frankie. All right, I did do another animal cracker, and this one's Whitaker. I showed you guys this pattern probably 2 floss tubes ago, and he's so cute as well. And I'm not doing this one on the fabric or the called for. So called for is Gentle Arts, and the linen is Dixie Sampler, 36 count. I'm not sure of the linen on this one. I do know it's 36 count, but I'm not sure of like the color or who makes it. But this is where I've gotten so far on Whitaker. Again, sit down, fill in project for this one. So these, again, will definitely be done before next Christmas. Like I'll have them fully finished and everything. All right, so that's Whitaker. And then my mom and I started this one on Christmas, and it's Quaker Christmas 2. So if you guys want to join in on that one, I think the hashtag is Quaker Christmas 2 SAL. Maybe I'll put it in the description box. So this is the pattern, and it's by Be Gone Stitches, and they did theirs on 28 count light exemplar by Lakeside Linen, and I decided to do mine on 40 count Newcastle Linen Platinum. And I'm not using the called for colors. So for the red, I'm using DMC 22. I'm not sure what color I chose for the green, and I might even add a couple of other like reds or greens to give it a little bit more pizzazz. I'm still trying to decide on what I want to do with that. But I started on the top left-hand corner, which is over here. And this is where I've gotten so far on that one. So I think it's pretty good progress. This was probably maybe 2-3 hours because it's so much movement, but I'm loving it so far, and I really like this linen. Again, it's Platinum 40 count by Newcastle. And then the last one that I started I shared with you guys this book, my last FlossTube, so Peppermint and Hollyberry by Blackbird Design. And I really enjoyed this one, which is Dear Mother. And I was trying to get this finished because I wanted to gift it to my mom for Christmas, but I wasn't able to get it done. But I could probably finish this within the next day or so if I just focus on this specific one. And I am doing it on, not the called for, but I am using the DMC for the floss. So I'm doing 28 count Cashel Linen Vintage Smoky White. And again, I'm almost done. So I need to finish the border. I need to fill in the leaves. I need to do a couple of back stitching spots, and I need to finish the deer, which is 1/1. And then I also need to do her initials and then the year 2023, if I can finish it this year. If not, I'll do 2024. And yeah. So again, 28 count. I did 1/2. And then again, this is 1/1. The mother, the dear mother, and then again, her initials in the year will be 1/1 as well. So this was fabric my mom had given me from her stash, and I'm trying to use some of the fabrics that she's given me. So I thought this one was a really good one that I could use. So yeah. All right, so let me share with you guys some haul and gifts that I got, and then I will talk about my knitting, my quilting, and an embroidery design pattern that I'm going to be, I will be doing. So my mom gifted this to me, Let's Stay Home, which I think is so cute. This would be perfect in a little like dough bowl, or you can put it on your shelf. So definitely we'll be starting that. And I should have taken this one out of the bag. Olga's stocking. I've known several of you guys have started this or even have had a finish on it by Plum Street Samplers. So I will be starting this. That would be so cute for Halloween next year. I got another Christmas sausage, and this one's Finley by Stacy Nash. And then my mom gifted this to me for Christmas, and I'm trying, I don't know the color. I'll give you guys the color on it next time, but I know it's 40 count, and I think it might be Bee Stitch Me fabric, but don't quote me on it. I'll get that to you, and I'll put it in the description box. And then Santa's Tree Farm by Brenda Gervais was another gift my mom gave me. So going into next year, we have kind of a game plan where each month we'll be starting and finishing an ornament. So this will be one that we'll be doing next year as an ornament. And the next one I'm going to share with you guys. So this is the Prairie Schooler Designer Series, Santa Claus, 1992 to 1995. So it's an oldie. So she gifted me this as well. And we're going to be doing, where is it at? The Santa with the garden. That's going to be our first ornament. We're going to start next year in January 1st. And I'm really excited about these. I believe we're going to do 1/1 on a 28 count. And I think I'm actually going to use the same fabric I used the finish that I shared with you guys at the very beginning. Again, I don't know the color or who makes it, but that one is 28. So I could do that 1/1. It goes pretty well with that coloring that these ornaments are already on. So I just think, like, how adorable would these be? I really like them, so I'm excited to start that. And then another thing that my mom gifted me was 2024 Book of Days. So this year I wasn't the best. Like, she gave me a book, I think it was like July, and I would write stuff, but I wasn't the best at writing in it. So this year I do plan on being better at writing what I'm doing, if I'm changing things, keeping better tracks so I can look back and have better consistency. And then I saw, if you guys have this, you'll see at the back, there's a pattern called Friendship. And I thought that that would be so sweet to gift some of my friends that I love and adore, that, you know, I can always reach out to them and they're there for me. So I plan on doing that for a few of them next year as well. So let's go into something else that my mom gifted me, and then I'll talk to you guys about my Hexagon quilt. So my mom had made me, this was so long ago, curtains for our very first house my husband and I had purchased, and they were curtains that we had in our kitchen, and this was the fabric. It was like a bird fabric. So I gave it back to her and I asked her if she could make me something out of it. And she made me this adorable bag. Like, how stinking cute is this? Like, I love that you can see the birds. It's just beautiful. And the inside, like, my mom outdoes herself every single time. Like, it's just pure joy. So I'm going to be putting my knitting that I'm working on in this bag, and I'm going to actually share with you what I'm knitting. So I know probably a couple months ago, a couple FlossTubes ago, I shared with you, it was kind of like a cardigan, but it was called something jacket. I don't remember the name and I didn't write it down. So I was actually going to start that, and I didn't even start it. So don't hate me for that. So I decided to do something totally different, and this is a pattern by Petite Knits, and it's called the Novice Slipover. And I'm going to insert a photo for you guys to see because it's stunning. I love the sides, how it has the buttons. Like, I'm really, really excited for this. And this is where some of my time has gone from actual like cross stitching. So the fabric that I'm using is Noro, and it's 100% wool. So I'm trying to see, it says it's Lot A, Collection 7. If you guys need the information, I can share that with you. But this is what I've gotten done so far. And like, I love this color. So if you saw the picture and then you see like the color I'm using, I cannot wait to actually wear this. So I wish it was done already. I wish I could wear it now, but it is what it is. Sorry about Lilu's tootsies. But there's so much more, I think, potential with this versus the other one that I was going to start, which I'm kind of glad I didn't start that one yet. So I can see me wearing this over dresses, you know, having a skirt on, putting it over a shirt, having jeans, putting over a shirt. So tons more, I think, flexibility with different ways I can wear it. So that's something that I'm also incorporating into my month of getting things accomplished. So I'm not going to share the full part of this. I have done tons on my Hexagon. If you guys remember, I'll insert a photo of that too, but here's kind of a bigger view so you can see, but I have trailing threads, so when I connect them, I don't have to get a new thread. I can just needle and then continue. So you can see, like, I've gotten a good amount done. What I was focusing on the month of December was, you can see, like, they're not closed. So that was my my goal was to get them closed like this. So yeah, and I feel like I did. I dropped a needle. All right, I'm glad I got it. We don't want anyone stepping on a needle in the house, even an animal. One of our, if Fresco or Lilu, ooh, that would not have been good. Oh, I forgot to share with you guys. I do have, I'm not sure of the hashtag. I'll put it in the description for you guys. But I do believe it's January 1st. Shiloh and a couple of others will be doing this pattern I shared with you guys, my last FlossTube on number 9. So it's a GGR. And I'm going to be starting this with them. My mom's also going to be joining in. If you guys have this pattern, or if you don't, you should definitely join in. It's going to be tons of fun. And I'm going complete opposite, excuse me, of the fabric color. So I have my DMC floss ready to go. And I am actually going to do Cocoa 40 count weeks dye work. So if you can envision this in the colors, I just think it's going to be stunning. So I'm really looking forward to that. So January 1st, I'll be starting that with the Stitch Along group. So I'm excited about that. And then the last thing that I'm going to share, and then I'll do the gift away for the Mary Wilson pattern, is I was watching this YouTube channel, and I'll tag her in descriptions because I should have been better. I didn't write the name down. So I saw her, and she just popped up one day, and I was like, oh, I love this. I've been wanting to do a bag for my laptop. I don't have anything that I keep it in. So I was searching and searching, and I saw this YouTuber that had tons of leftover fabric. She put it on muslin, hand stitched it, and then on the borders of each fabric, she did an embroidery design, stitch, whatever you want to call it. So my mom started it for me. I'm actually going to do the rest of the pieces. I'm going to hand sew them on. I'm going to kind of lay out a different design. Where I want the colors, it'll be easier for me to kind of lay everything out. But if you can see, like right here where like the creases, that is where the embroidery design will be. So I have all of this fabric my mom gave me. We went through her stash, and yeah, so I'm excited to start this. I might actually do a little bit of this weekend, or maybe even today. So I think it's going to be tons of fun, and I think the end result is going to be stunning. Like, who doesn't want to have a handmade laptop cover? So I'm excited to do this and excited to share with you guys the progress on that. So stay tuned on that piece. And the last thing that I want to share with you guys is the gift away. So Mary Wilson, I'll insert her pattern here because I don't have her actually with me. She's at a friend of mine's. She has a cross-stitch store up in Waynesboro, Terry, and she actually has it there with a couple of patterns. I'm so thankful that she is doing that for me, and I really, really appreciate her love and support. So, but I also wanted to gift you guys, 2 of you, a pattern. You can either do the PDF file, which comes in black and white, color, 1-pager, and then also has a brochure of like the description, who, a little bit of background, who stitched it, which was my mom, etc., etc. So all we need to do is, if you guys can like the video, to give me a thumbs up, and then put in comments what was a favorite holiday memory that you had from Christmas this year. So give me a like And again, favorite holiday memory from Christmas this year, and my next FlossTube video. I'm not sure if it will be 2 weeks from now. That is my goal. If not, it will be on my next FlossTube video where I will announce who the winners are. Again, I'm going to be choosing 2 of you guys. So again, I'm wishing you guys lots of love, hugs, comfort, and prayer. And I hope the new year, 2024, brings you just comfort and joy, honestly. And I personally just want to thank you guys for being here. I'm truly grateful. I started my FlossTube channel the middle of summer, not really sure where it was going to go, what it was going to do. And the love and the support that you guys is always truly amazing. Love having you here, love reading your comments, being able to interact and getting to know one another is my favorite. So I love you guys mucho. Have a blessed and safe holiday. Happy New Year. And my next FlossTube video, it will be all about whips. So I'll be doing a whip parade. So be sure to tune in. Love you guys. See you soon.